back to the Gobby Gaffer. And in today's episode, we have a European game for you and a league game. The European game, we're going to be playing one of Europe's powerhouses. Yes, it's Liverpool. We've got them at home though, so you never know really, do you? Football is a funny game. And then we've got Vitesse away in the league. But let's get stuck in, shall we? Let's have a quick look at what we've been doing. So in the last episode, we watched a couple of games. We watched the Rangers game in the Champions League, 2-2. Quite a creditable draw that, actually, away from home. And I was really pleased with the result in that one. Then we played FC23 in the league. Not quite so pleasing that result. Dropped 2 points there. So not great, really. Then off camera, I played Groningen. We beat them 3-1. Then we played the Champions League against AS Roma at their place. And I kind of feared a bit of a hammering in this one. They did go 1-0 ahead. But we actually pulled it back. Liam Delap scored in the 88th minute. And we came away from there with a very creditable 1-1. We're actually doing okay in the Champions League. We're not ripping up trees. But, you know, for a club of our size, I think we're doing okay. I mean, obviously, today we might get brought down to earth with a bump. But, again, like I say, it's football. You never know. And then we played Wilhelm 2, back in the league again. Liam Delap on the score sheet, getting another couple of goals in a 3-0 win. And then we played PSV, and for us that's a really big game in the league because PSV are always there or thereabouts for the European places. And we went away and we got beat 2-1. Not ideal, really, considering we went into the lead. In the 15th minute, Bobby popped up, got us into the lead. Really, a really nice goal. And my hopes were up, but we conceded 2 goals and we lost 2-1. This is how the league's looking. So at the moment, after 8 games, we're in 5th place with 16 points. Nijmegen are top with 20 points. MN are closely following them on 19 points. So the top teams, or the top teams that have been around there from the beginning of the season, are starting to drop a few points now. So we're still in the mix, and hopefully we'll see a win today. But if we lose against Liverpool, then that'll be 2 losses on the bounce, and that's never good for dynamics, as we all know. I did say I would keep you updated with AFC Files progress. Actually, they have dropped a little bit. The last time I looked, they were actually in the playoff spots. I think they were, in fact, I think they were 3rd, doing really well. It's mainly my team that I built. So actually, I think when I left them, they obviously went on a little bit of a downturn. But at the moment, they're not doing bad. They're in 12th spot. And, it's a big move for a club like File to get in the Championship. When you look at the calibre of teams that are in there, Palace and Forest, to be like middle for diddle at the moment, I think they're doing okay. Another really nice bit of news, obviously SC Cambuur are showing a lot of faith in me, which is, is very, very encouraging. And they've given me a new 3-year contract on £7,750 a week. So I'm proper chuffed about that. And one last little bit of news, Quackman, the defensive midfield player that we had on loan, he's already been pulled back by his parent club. They said we weren't playing him in the position that he was brought in for. I mean, football manager. The squad is looking a little bit low numbers-wise now. It's not ideal. Obviously, Quackman, he was a fairly regular starter for me. But if you remember, I did sign a lad called Quiros for that position as well. He was kind of going to be the backup. It's time for him to step up a little bit now. He has played a couple of games for us. I mean, Quackman's been gone for a good few weeks now, so... Anyway, we're going to get stuck in today now, and we're going to jump into the dugout. We're at home against Liverpool in the Champions League. Can we get another point? A point would be absolutely tremendous. Let's jump in the dugout for that one. Games don't get more exciting than this. We are at home, but we're playing Liverpool in the Champions League. I mean, this is a very, very big game for us, and I'm hoping the lads will step up a little bit. So I'm going for a little bit of an unlikely Gobby Gaffer lineup today. We're playing cautious, not really my way. Vitek in goal, back four of Chrisen, Toll, Buckman and Tavares. I've pulled the wing backs back a little bit so we're not bombing forward. Try and give us a little bit more defensive cover. I just told you about Quackman. His deputy, or, well, it's not going to be a deputy now, is Quiros, who would be normally in that position, has now got injured. So I'm playing one of my centre-backs, Siebert. He can play in there. We're playing him as an anchor today, a little bit more defensive. Got Helgeson and Ramsey in midfield. Brobby and Arzakan are the two wingers, with Delap up front, but I've even pulled Delap back a little bit, so hopefully he will, you know, receive that ball a little bit deeper, with the two wingers kind of, you know, going around him a little bit and a little bit further forward. But I'm trying to keep us a little bit more compact today. And we're underway. This is probably the biggest game in SC Cambuur's history. I mean, you know, mark my words, this cannot be underestimated. Well, we're 15 minutes in, we're holding our own at the moment. And 24 minutes, we get our first highlight, and inevitably it's Liverpool who are running towards us with the ball. Alexander-Arnold, Darwin Núñez. Vitek picks that one out of the air. So, a little bit weak and watery from Liverpool. I mean, I'd like to see, to be honest, I'd like to see them do that for the rest of the game. Not too many highlights in this game. Obviously, with us being uncautious, it's really in Liverpool's hands to come at us and try and break us down. But we have won the ball there, Arzakan. He's got three players around him. Slips it to, whoa, Helgeson, who just puts a shot over the top. And bizarrely, I'm not quite sure what's going on. I don't know whether this is a glitch or not. But apparently, well, no, we have an attendance of 15,000. But you know what? It's the invisible man that's come in. So we're into the second half now. And 50 minutes gone. Liverpool have had 12 shots, 3 on target, XG of 1.49. I'm sure they will dig a goal out from somewhere. But the highlight is with us for the first time in the game, I think. Ball out from the back from our keeper, Delap to Brobby, forward to Delap. Delap is coming forward, very nearly gets taken out there. He's going to slide this across now. No, he's not. So Alexander-Arnold there doing some good defensive work, and Delap wasn't really up to that. Siebert, what can we do here? Can we build something? Tavares coming down this right hand side. It seems very, very slow and pedestrian, doesn't it? We're not really... But oh my word, what's going on? Okay, calm down everybody. We're winning 1-0 against Liverpool. Yeah, just calm down. And bizarrely, that goalie's standing. Normally, goals like that get disallowed. 1-0 up against Liverpool. Helgeson. A lovely finish, to be fair. Well, we've got an hour on the clock. And we're winning 1-0. Well, Liverpool have a highlight. I'm sure they're going to pick the pace up at some stage. Elliott comes forward. But that's taken out nicely there by Krizen. Headed back to the goalkeeper. And we have possession again. Rolled out to Buckman. Ramsey. Nice ball forward to Arzakan. Lovely ball over the top for Brobby to run onto. Slide it across for Delap. No, that wasn't a slide across, was it? That's a shame that. If it had looked up and slid it across to Delap, we could have had a tap in there for 2-0. As it is, Liverpool right up the other end, sliding it through to Lavia, and Darwin Núñez puts the ball in the back of the net. I mean, how many times have we seen that goal? You're at one end of the pitch, you look like you've got a chance to get the second goal, but it goes straight down the other end, and it's 1-1. So I've made 4 subs. I've changed both my full-backs, need a little bit more energy in defence. Rojas has come on the right wing. I mean, will that turn out to be a bad move, considering he's on the transfer list now? And Van Dijven has come on up front. Delap has had a little bit of a poor game today, but Van Dijven, since he's come back from that serious injury, he's not looked the same player at all. I can't seem to get his stats up above 6.5. But we're coasting on here, and in the 89th minute, we have a ball over the top. We've given that away. And hopefully, that doesn't come straight back at us and end up in the back of the net. Well, we have picked the ball up, so Toll to Van Dyven, Siebert. Somebody needs to take this to the corner flag. But we've given the ball again away on this right-hand side. We're trying to play this right-hand side in. Tell me that just happened. I'm pinching myself. What's just happened there? So their goalkeeper has made a real howler. And Van Dyven has just come on. We two. I can't even get my words out. We're 2-1 in the lead. But Liverpool do have a corner now. Oh, and they've scored directly from it. Referee, anything? Can you help us out? Oh, no. Oh. 2-2. Oh, you know what? I mean, that is one of the most disappointing results I think I've ever had playing Football Manager. In time added on, we score a goal and we're 2-1 up against Liverpool. And they come straight back and get there. I should be elated. I should be absolutely elated that we've got a draw out of that game. And I feel like we've been sucker punched. Football, what it does to you. Anyway, I'm going to say well done, lads. You proved a lot of people wrong in avoiding defeat. And they're all highly delighted by that. So it's worth looking at starting to look at the league now. We're in 20th place. We've played 3 and got 3 points. To be fair, Liverpool are actually 15th. I didn't look at that before the game. They played 3 games and only got 4 points. Anyway, we got another nice draw. I mean, I'm not sure whether picking a point up in every game is going to be enough. I think if you finish inside the top 24, you do go into some kind of playoff. And like I've said before, we ain't going to win the Champions League. But for us at the moment, it's all about money and experience as well. I'm guessing we'll get another 800,000 for that draw. We probably would have got a couple of million if Liverpool hadn't got that late equaliser. And what a result that was. I kind of thought it would have been a 4-0 defeat, that one. I mean, I feared the worst going into it. Football is a very strange game because everybody watching this will say, you got to... I mean, if we didn't watch the highlights and you just looked at the scoreline, SC Cambuur 2, Liverpool 2, you'd say, oh, that's an amazing result for SC Cambuur. But if you watch the game, we actually grew into it. The second half, we were actually putting some passes together. I think we were a little bit slack down the right-hand side. But when it came to the crunch, we put the ball in the back of the net. We were beating them 2-1 with seconds to spare. Not really sure what else I could have done. I think it's just one of those things. And I don't know, I've kind of gone from being elated that we got the draw to quite disappointed we got the draw. If you know what I mean, football fans will know what I mean. Anyway, we move on now and we've got a home game against Vitesse, which really is a must win because we need to keep up in those European spots. So we've got a couple of days now and then we'll be jumping in the dugout for that one. We'll see you in the dugout. Well, welcome to the Gelre Dome here in Arnhem. The team for today, and it is a little bit of a changed team. Where I have made a few little tweaks here and there. I'm aware that we've just played in Europe and it was a very, very big game, very tiring. Trying to play a little bit more compact today. So the team is Vitek in goal, back for Van der Kust, Tol, Buckman, Tavares. Siebert is keeping his anchor role. We've got midfield players of Chrisen and Krasasnich today. Just trying to keep us a little bit... Chrisen is playing as a box-to-box today. A little bit different role for him. Just trying to, like I say, keep it compact. I've got Ramsey out as an inverted winger. Brobby very, very tired. That's another problem I've got. Helgeson, Brobby, very, very tired from that last game. Azarkan is playing on the other wing. And Delap is up front. One of the things I do need to tell you is that Rojas, the winger who was causing a few problems, he actually went on the transfer list. And I've just accepted an offer for him. So I'm not playing him today. He would have been perfect to come on for Azarkan. Azarkan's a little bit tired. We've now lost Quackman and Rojas. The squad's a little bit depleted. I do need to try and get to January now and bring at least a couple of players in because we're a little bit light in squad numbers. Anyway, that's the team for today. Let's see how we can do against Vitesse. So there's 20 minutes on the clock and we just get our first highlight. Nothing of note has happened up to now. But we have started reasonably brightly, although Vitesse are coming forward. And they've just missed one there. We are playing in the red and white shirts today. Bit of an unfamiliar look for us. Vitesse piling on the pressure, but Vitesse picks that out of the air quite neatly. But with Vitesse have the ball again. I'm really hoping we don't have a European hangover today, but even though we look like we started quite brightly, the two highlights we've had up to now have both been from Vitesse. They do seem to be piling the pressure on a little bit. I'm not sure whether that is a little bit of a hangover, bit of tiredness. Again, we're showing a lack of energy and enthusiasm there, just giving the ball away. Vitesse are just playing the ball round now. And we're quite lucky there. We got away with that one. We gave the ball away and they ended up firing it over the top. So we do need, I'm going to give them a little bit more encouragement. I'm just on positive today. I've not gone on my usual attacking. So we've given the ball away again. We're actually not playing very, very well. And I'm a little bit fearful that that is going to come back to bite us. We're just giving that ball away. The energy levels just don't seem to be there at all. But Christen has done really well there. Worked his way back off that wing. Picked the ball up. Toll to Van der Kust. Can we actually build something here and get a little bit of momentum? Over the top for Ramsey to run onto. A little bit of an unfamiliar role for him today. And I think you could see that in that shot really. He's not really used to playing out wide there. And his shot sailed well over the bar. If we look at the stats for the game, Vitesse are now actually well on top. I think if I could get a point out of today's game, it would be a very, very good point. So we're playing the ball back. Just playing it round. Just trying to keep possession. Half time is very nearly on us, but we do lose the ball again. Christen has come back doing a little bit of defending for us there. He's used to that wing back role. It's more of a more familiar role for him there, coming back and defending and nicking the ball. So we do get to half time. I am going to give him a little bit of a flea in the rear because even though I know it's European hangover, we're very tired, I need to keep them on the toes. So I'm going to say that it's not good enough. And they all seem quite motivated by that, which is obviously a good sign. Just making one change at half-time. I've taken Siebert off and I brought Kairos on. He's coming back off an injury, so he is on a fitness. But I think he can do 45 minutes for us. I just need to be a little bit gentle with my substitutes today. Don't make them all in one go. Let's just try and keep this shape. Keep it nice and tight. So Kairos come in, hopefully gives a little bit more energy in that area of the park. So the second half is underway, and it's underway with an Azarkan free kick that gets floated in. And can we? We know we can't. That's a great shame that. A goal just as the second half kicked off would have been absolutely brilliant, but it wasn't to be. So I'm just going to give another little shout of encouragement. I'm not going to go attacking in this game. I'm not going to ask them to do, unreasonable things and wear themselves out. So we do get another highlight. Toll with the ball to Buckman. Very, very poor again. But fortunately, Vitesse are not firing on all cylinders at the moment. A couple more changes. Silkert Dubry has come on at right wing back. And Van Dijven has come on up front, pushed him a little bit further forward. Just chancing my arm. Last 20 minutes, can we nick a winner in this game? And the substitutes don't seem to have made an awful lot of impact at the moment. There is another highlight now. Vitesse are on the ball again, but we have won that. Krasnitsyn showing a little bit of a nice endeavour there. Kairos. I think it's Kairos, not Quiros. Kairos. Ramsey. Playing nicely there, just keeping possession. This is what we need a little bit more of. But we've lost the ball again. And Vitesse are going to come back at us. About 10-15 minutes of the game. But Van Dijven just round the post. That's a bit of a shame, that one. We've not really been in this game at all. It would be a bit of a smash and grab if we were to get anything out of the game. But then, you know, you only have to think about the last game against Liverpool, where, to be honest, we should have won that 2-1. And Liverpool scored in seconds of extra time, or time added on. Got a corner though. Van Dijven's going to take this. Can he find one of the big lads at the back post? No, he can't. Krasnich out to Azakan. Can somebody put the laces through this? And, you know, we're going backwards. We're drawing them out a little bit though. We're just trying to make a little bit of room for ourselves. And that one ends up back with our keeper. Ball over the top to nobody. That's very, very... I don't... To be honest, although their stats are a lot better than ours in this game, I don't think they've been a great lot better than us. Krasnich, can he show a little bit of energy and enthusiasm right at the end of the game? Silk at Dewberry, Krasnich, Kairos, Ramsey is now nipped in nicely, and the keeper has just got his fingertips to that. Tipped it round the post. We don't see the resulting corner, unfortunately. Dewberry now with the throw-in, back to Buckman. We just need to hold on now for a very, very valuable point here. We really do have to get used to European football now, playing at that midweek game as well as a game at weekend. We very quickly have to get used to that. But, oh, the referee's blown for offside there, I think. And that's it. So we actually got a fairly creditable 0-0 draw out of that one. And I'm not unhappy about that. I'm just going to say you were unlucky today. One or two players are not very interested. One or two are motivated. I think my players are used to getting berated a little bit. So if I don't berate them, then they're, oh, what's happening with the boss? Is he having a funny turn? So if we have a look at the league table then, can't really take too much from it because we played a game more than everybody else. But we're in 4th, played 9 games, got 17 points. As long as we can keep adding these points on and stay in those European places, then I'll be quite happy. Yeah, and as I say, with European football this season, it's gonna be a big culture shock to the players. And to me, to be honest, you know, I've got to learn to manage that. I think I managed it quite well in that last game. We just played a little bit more compact, a little bit more defensive. It's not really the Gobby Gaffer way. But like I say, I'm on a learning curve as well, and I have to get used to all of this. So we do have to get into this system reasonably quickly. Don't want to end up mid-table this season and lose out on European football for next season. Anyway, let's see where we get to with this. So that's going to be the end of today's episode. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, if you could subscribe, if you're new here, give me a like, make a comment if you want to do. The Liverpool game, I mean, that was very frustrating. Like I said at the time, I'm very split on that result. On the one hand, I'm really annoyed and frustrated, and the other half of me is elated that we actually got a draw against Liverpool and we could have actually won it. So like I say, if you've enjoyed this episode, give me a like, subscribe, spread the word, and we'll see you next time for more from me, the Gobby Gaffer.